Sir, may I come in?
Complete. Sit,
Thank you,
please. Abhi, you are with the Postal Service,
sir.
correct?
Sir.
And you are a senior superintendent.
Sir.
What do you do?
Sir, I am the divisional head of Prayagraj division, and I am responsible for looking after the postal network, which is there, that include mails operations. Secondly, I am also responsible for looking after the management of post offices. I have got around 450 post offices under me, sir. And apart from that, there are various financial schemes and so on which have happened. So recently, I have also been the Mela Adhikari for the Mahakam 25 for my department.
When you say a postal division,
Sir.
what does that mean geographically?
So geographically, it includes two districts, that is Prayagraj district and the Kaushambi district. Sir.
On an average, how many post offices in an average size district?
Sir, on average, so I have got a very large postal division under me, approximately 450 post offices, but then smaller divisions have less than 200 post offices or something like that, sir. I've got a lot of rural area under me, sir, which have the
Which is
smaller.
the postal service that is in maximum use now?
Sir, I would say that the post office savings bank scheme, sir, the savings accounts, we've got approximately 14 lakh crore corpus with 30 crore accounts in India, sir, overall India. So that is the maximum.
And what is the India Post Payments Bank?
Sir, it's a different altogether payment bank which the Department of Post has introduced. It is a completely digital and paperless and cashless payment bank, sir. So it is responsible for various current accounts and the various direct benefit transfers that are being routed through it, sir. So it's altogether different from the existing post office savings bank scheme structure, which is ultimately regulated by Ministry of Finance, sir.
The other day, somebody was telling me that stamp collecting, Philately,
Sir.
has really picked up in China but has really gone down in India. Is that correct?
Sir, I wouldn't say it has gone down. It's actually in a mixed state, sir. We are trying to promote it also. For instance, we have got the Deen Dayal's Sparsh Yojana, through which we are motivating the school students, the college students, to pick up with this. And with the rise of social media and with the rise of new things coming into the picture, sir, it has gone a certain bit, but then I wouldn't say it has completely gone down, sir.
Last year, how many new stamps did our postal department create?
Sir, I'm not sure about the exact figure for the last year, but then I can say that in Mahakum, we have released 6 special covers and 3 commemorative postage stamps, which were released by the Honorable MOC, the Ministry of Communication, in Prayagraj itself, and that is there, sir.
Somebody from your service told me about 34.
Sir.
Is that figure too low or is it okay?
Introducing stamps and covers, sir, because stamps have also got a financial backing to it. It's a monetary instrument. So, sir, comparatively, there's a limit on how many stamps there should be released. Also, sir, it carries a cultural and spiritual significance because it is also representing something. So, I believe the number of stamps is limited, but the number of special covers or different commemorative postage stamp which do not have a financial amount against it, those have really picked up, sir.
All right. You're interested in something called culinary tourism.
Sir.
So you go from place to place and taste the food.
Sir.
Where all have you been?
Sir, I have been to many cities, sir. So Delhi, I have been to, my favorite place is Chavdi Bazaar and Chandni Chowk area. And then I really discovered Kolkata, sir. I had a food spree there, many places I visited. I'm a vegetarian, so I had limited options, but yes. Sir, in Northeast, I particularly enjoyed Shillong, where I discovered Lu Hena, if I'm pronouncing it rightly.
What about South India?
So South India, I've been to Hyderabad. I was there for a few days. So the famous Hyderabadi biryani I have tried, the vegetarian version.
Hyderabad is not really typically South India.
Sir.
I meant maybe Chennai, maybe Cochin, Trivandrum, that kind of place.
Sir, Chennai, I have had a limited exposure. And I have also been to Mamallapuram for a day or two, but then I have only tried the normal vegetarian South Indian dishes and not specifically anything from that place. But I'm looking forward to it, sir, someday.
Thank you.
Which is the smallest denomination stamp we have right now?
Sir, in my knowledge, the 5 rupee stamp is the smallest denomination.
5 rupee?
Sir.
Nothing less than that.
Sir, I am not very sure about it, sir. I'll have to
Do you
look
know what
into
is
it.
the cost of printing a stamp?
Sir, I'm sorry, sir. I'm not aware about it.
And who prints these stamps for postal department?
Sir, we have got a specific agency for printing this.
It's a private agency or is it part of your department?
Sir, it is not part of our department. It is authorized and under an MOU with the Department of Post. It's there in Nashik, sir.
So what kind of gum is used behind this paper?
Sir, I'm not aware about it. I'm sorry, sir.
Do we still have these aerograms?
Aerograms have been discontinued, sir.
Right?
I'm not sure about the exactly official line, but then
Very simple reason. Just guess it. After emails, why do you require aerogram?
yes, sir. So that is pretty obviously.
You have this payments bank.
Sir,
What is this UPI?
sir, it's a platform made up by NPCI. It is,
What is NPCI?
sir, it's a body.
What is full form?
It's the National Payment Corporation of India, sir. It is responsible for facilitating digital
Fine.
payments.
Now, does this there was a scheme of that NPCI does something to incentivize the UPI players? Do you know about it?
Sir, I am not exactly aware, but then I read in the newspapers that a subsidy was being given in order to.
Per transaction, something was being given,
Sir, it was the merchant discount rate, if I am.
and they are now reducing this incentive.
Sir,
Now, you stay in house number 13.
sir,
Now, 13 is a very unlucky number as far as some people are concerned.
sir.
And some people find it very lucky. What is your experience?
Sir, so, sir, my experience, I have not faced anything unlucky from there. Rather, it has only helped me gain a proper education, I would say. And then I got selected in 21 attempt and
But there are so many places in the world where number 13 is not used. There are hotels who don't have floors. Some lifts don't have, number 13. Why people are so afraid of this number?
sir, I believe it's a public perception they have. It's also maybe there might be a superstitious reason behind it, but then I have personally never felt it, sir. So,
Have you tried to research as to why this is so?
no, sir.
All right. And you are at this Jumeirati post office.
Sir,
What is Jumeirati? Is it linked to some Jumarat or something?
sir, it is so Bhopal has been under the rule of the Begum, sir, and majority of the institution in and around have such names. So Jumeirati is among the first post offices, sir, to open in Bhopal, and it is based on the name of Jumarat, which is there on Thursday, sir. So that is the reason, sir.
You also explore foreign cinema.
Sir,
Last which movie you saw?
sir, I have watched a movie from Germany. It's Downfall, sir. It is related to the last days spent by Adolf Hitler in the bunker in Germany, sir, in 1945, April-May time, sir.
And who are the famous deputies of Hitler? Can you name some?
Sir, there was the Minister of Propaganda, Joseph Goebbels, which was there. Then Heinrich Himmler, who was the head of the paramilitary, Schutzstaffel. Then there was Bormann, Mr. Bormann. And then there was Hermann Göring, who was the Reichsmarshal of Germany. So, sir, I'm aware about these names, but then there was this architect, Albert Speer, who was the Minister of War and Propaganda responsible for the industrial
Who was
production.
this gentleman, Eichmann?
Sir, Adolf Eichmann was one of the leader in the Wehrmacht. He was, I won't say he was a 4-star general, but somewhere in the general rank. And he was also responsible for carrying out the Holocaust.
Very right, very right. Now, after the Second World War, again a situation seemed to have developed. Do you think there is any possibility of a Third World War? Or is there already a Third World War on in softer terms?
Sir, I'm of the opinion that there are multiple things happening in the world right now, but then I wouldn't call it a World War III because we are still not able to ascertain as to what is the reason.
In World War II, how many players were involved?
Actually, it was being fought on 5 to 6 continents, so majority of the world was involved in it. But then right now there are certain interests between states and among a group of actors. So it has not fledged out to be a World War III. So I remain certainly optimistic that there won't be a World War III. Sir.
All right. Thank you, Abhi.
Good afternoon, Abhi.
Good afternoon, sir.
Can you explain me your first name? Because I have heard about Abhinav, Abhinay, Abhiram, Abhipray, Abhimanyu, but only Abhi, I don't know what does it mean.
Sir, Abhi has two meanings to it. One is fearless, and second is about being present in time, sir.
Okay, okay. And you are a Jain.
Sir.
What are the three Ratnas of Jainism?
Sir, the three Ratnas or the three jewels of Jainism are Samyak Gyan, Samyak Charitra, and Samyak Darshan, sir.
And other three basic principles?
Sir, other three basic principles I would say are non-violence, aparigraha, that is non-possession and non-materialism, and satya, that is truth, sir.
Jain Munis and Rishis, they observe Chaturmas during the 4 months of monsoon. Why is it so? They don't go out and they remain confined to their ashrams. Why is it so?
Sir, behind Jainism philosophy is the philosophy of asceticism and penance, sir. So, for whatever deeds human does in a normal life, there has to be a certain kind of break from a life so that we can think about it. We can penance in our own terms, and then we can also make ourselves more moderate in terms of going forward in life. It is also about the principle of tyag, sir. So, I believe it's a seclusion from a normal life for these munis, sir.
This phrase, Michhami Dukkadam, can it be used any time or it can be used only during the 10 days of fasting? Or even just after the 10 days of fasting?
Sir, officially and conventionally, it is generally used after the 10 days. But then I believe it is a very simple meaning behind it. It is to pardon me for whatever wrong I have done, I might have done in my life. So it could be used usually also, sir.
Okay, okay. Now, what is the annual revenue of India Post? Any idea?
Sir, annual revenue of India Post for the period 24-25 has been 14,000 crore rupees, sir.
Now, let's come to your optionals. What is Robert Nozick's basic political philosophy?
Sir, Robert Nozick believed in a libertarian model. He was against the introduction of welfare state, and he thought that the private sector and the private players should.
So, how is it different from J.S. Mills?
Sir, J.S. Mill believed that the distribution of resources can be done by the state in the society. However, Robert Nozick said that whatever has been done and whatever that has come as an entitlement or has been passed on to the next generation is rightfully deserved for them. So that's the fundamental difference, I believe.
In today's newspaper, gives a name Hidma. Have you heard it?
I'm sorry, sir, I haven't.
Naxalite.
Yes, sir. I had a overview of the article, sir, about it. Sir.
Okay. Now, why did the Balochistan train hostage incident take place?
Sir, it has happened for the. So there's a Balochistan liberation movement which is there in Balochistan, sir. And the Balochistan Liberation Army,
Yes.
sir, it has basically revolted against the Pakistan Army. It has attacked that as a.
Why are they so agitated, so much against the government?
Sir, there are two primary reasons for it. First is they have always believed that Pakistan has illegally occupied them ever since 1948 incursion of Pakistan government into Balochistan province. And secondly, because Balochistan is a very important mineral-rich province, but then development has not come to them. They have always been kept politically and administratively separate from the whole of nation. So there's a genuine concern for the Baluchi people, sir, there in the province, and thus the incident.
And please tell me, what is NATO's stand? What is European Union's stand on Ukraine-Russia war?
Sir, European nation has the collective group, sir. It is supporting Ukraine pretty evidently, considering President Trump's policy reversal, sir. So, sir, they have basically decided to extend the $850 billion aid support to Ukraine in a gradual phase, sir. Currently, they are also trying to ramp up the military aid to Ukraine so that it can survive against Russia.
Okay, thank you very much. That was all from me, and all the best to you.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
You're from Bhopal.
Ma'am.
So when we talk about Bhopal, the first thing that comes into mind is the Bhopal gas tragedy.
Ma'am.
So I'm not going to ask you when it happened and why it happened. I'm going to ask you a question which was more detrimental, the Bhopal gas tragedy or the Chernobyl disaster, and why?
Ma'am, in terms of after effects, I would say Bhopal gas tragedy is a much more prolonged tragedy because Chernobyl had a comparatively lesser number of people killed and affected.
Would you be knowing approximately how many people died?
Ma'am, I'm not exactly aware about the figures, but
I'll
then
tell you, around only 50. Okay, and Bhopal?
Bhopal, ma'am, officially right now, central government has been stating it in Supreme Court that 5,789 people have died, and approximately 5 lakh plus people have been affected.
They have been affected. You're in the postal department.
Ma'am,
So, would you be knowing what is the budget of the postal department
ma'am, for 25
for
26,
25 26?
ma'am, 41,000 crore rupees approximately.
41,000. Does this include telecom also, or the separate budget for telecom?
There's a separate budget for telecom, ma'am. This is solely for Department of
And
Post.
what about telecom? What is the budget? The services are totally different.
Yes, ma'am. Both
Okay.
the services and the department are different.
Oh, totally different. Okay. So let us talk only about the post offices. Since you're working in the postal department, can you hazard a guess to the number of post offices in India? And the percentage wise, they'll be more in the urban areas or the rural areas?
Ma'am, approximately there are 1.6 lakh post offices across
Yes,
India.
you're very right. And would you be knowing the urban and rural breakup also?
Ma'am, more than 1.25 lakh post offices are in rural India and the rest are in urban India, ma'am.
But again, I've come back to the same question. Nobody uses mail or post as such. I mean, nobody means very few number of people must be using. So, what are these post offices normally used for?
Ma'am, I do agree that considerably with time the number of mails have declined. But then, ma'am, post offices are also picking up in terms of parcel sector, which is ongoing. We have somewhere around 550 parcels, 550 crore of parcels for last year as the volume, ma'am. And apart from this, post offices are also the ma'am extension arm of central government across India to extend services like Aadhaar services are there. There are the passport seva kendras. We have also really recently launched the post payment banks, as also discussed in the conversation, which is a significant game changer, ma'am. I believe it has in 5 years opened more than 10 crore accounts, and then out of those 10 crore accounts, 90% are in the rural India, and out of those 10 crore accounts, 60% are of women's only. So a lot many schemes. For instance, in Maharashtra only, the Ladli Bahan Yojana, a lot of DBT has been directly sent through the post
Yes, I
payment
know.
banks.
I've worked in the DBT, so I know many of the DBT payments are being made through the post offices. Okay. Again, my another question to you is why is Madhya Pradesh called the tiger state of India?
Obvious reason is because of the largest number of tiger population we have, and also we have been quite successful in increasing the population as well as preserving the population, ma'am. We have right now 9 tiger reserves in Madhya Pradesh, and then very few tigers are out of the protected areas. So protected areas have been enlarged, and a lot of progress in keeping tiger population stable has been made in Madhya Pradesh.
Would you be knowing the total number of tigers in Madhya Pradesh?
Ma'am, I'm not sure about the exact number, but more than 720.
785. Okay,
Ma'am.
thank you.
Abhi, how was your performance now?
Sir, need to brush up on certain facts, I believe.
The least of your worries overall.
Overall, I would say decent, sir. Average, I would say, honestly.
How many marks done?
Sir, this is my 4th mock.
Feedback?
It has been mixed, sir. In the initial 2, I did a bit better, but I think a reversal is happening. I'm reading more and performance is declining.
Why is that happening?
Sir, I don't know. Maybe I am expecting too much from myself to be.
And your UPSC, what marks did you have?
Sir, 165 last.
You're very good. I mean, my overall impression is that you are really good.
Sir.
You're very confident, very pleasant, great personality. You speak very well.
Sir.
From my side, when's your interview? 8th April.
8th April.
From my side, would be that keep going as you are going.
Sir.
Now, where facts are concerned, don't try to mug up too many things, because the more you mug up, the more you'll forget.
Sir.
If you don't know a fact, simply admit that you don't know. Matter should end there. I think overall the quality of answers was very good. Again, where I'm concerned, I mean, because I've got a very, very positive impression of what you did. You're very good. There's nothing much to say.
Sir.
Today you could have easily hit 190 plus.
Yes, yes.
I think if I have to judge you by today's performance, 190, 200 doesn't go anywhere.
Sir.
Stop overdoing it. Stop over bothering.
Yes, sir.
Just do what you're doing. That's all I can say.
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Thanks.
All the best to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very good.